Hi, Miss Houston. I am so excited that we get to play Racing Fractions together today. I'm just setting up by putting all of my red pieces on the starting line. And we'll put Mrs. Houston's pieces also on the starting line. You excited to play?
I am so excited. I love fractions.
Why are you playing anyway?
We're playing so that we can practice getting used to our number line and adding fractions on that number line. Our goal by the end of the day is that all of our pieces will end on 2, and that'll be the winner. Which player gets to 2 first? Ready?
I'm ready.
All right, so I'm going to start. I have my page for recording. I'm going to start by drawing 5/10. So I have a choice. I can do anything equivalent to 5/10, or I can break it up. I can say 5/10, 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, 5/10, or I could move it to 4/8, 3/6, 2/4, 1/2. But I think I'm going to move it to 5/10, Mrs. Houston. So I record on here that I drew 5/10, and I moved it 5/10 because I didn't break it apart.
All right, and so now it is my turn, and I drew 1 2/5. So one option that I can do is I can move one marker, any of the markers, to my number 1. And then I have 2/5 left to work with, and I'm just going to move 1/5, 2/5 there. So if I record that, I drew 1 2/5, and then I broke that fraction apart by doing 1 plus 2/5. Just like that.
Just want to freeze.
Yeah.
I think we need to freeze Miss Falcone because it's picking up all the voices. So my second turn, I get 1/5. I can't really break 1/5 apart, but I do have a choice of equivalent fractions. I can either move 1/5 or 2/10. I think I'm going to move 2/10. 1/10, 2/10. So that would get me to 7/10. So I draw 1/5, which is equivalent to 2/10. So I went 5/10 plus 2/10 plus 2/10 is equal to 7/10. All right, Miss Houston, your turn.
All right. So I drew 6/4, which I notice right away is an improper fraction. So I have to figure out how I could maybe turn this into a mixed number, which, since I'm already at 1 and I know 4 goes into 6 one time, I already know that I could move this marker to 2. So I already have 1 marker to 2, which is the goal of the game, to get all of them to 2. And then I have 2 left over. So if I converted this to a mixed number, it would be 1 2/4. So I can choose to move any of my markers to the 1/2, which I think I will move 2/4. So I had 1 and which is also 6/4.
All right, my turn. I have 1 2/10. So I think I'm going to go 1 whole, and then I'm going to go 2 more tenths. So I'm going to go on my 7/10 line. I'll go 1/10, 2/10 to 9/10. So I have 1 2/10, which I broke up to 1 plus 2/10.
Mm-hmm. So now I have 3/5. So I already have one on 2/5, so I can move another 3/5, 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, and be at 1. So I drew 3/5, and I started at 2/5. So if I add 2/5 plus 3/5, I get 5/5, which is 1 whole.
You're going to keep on going and playing this game until you get one player to have all their markers at 2. Have fun!